Turning to news tonight, last Sunday, President Reagan and the First Lady made a televised statement launching a war on drugs.
A lot of emphasis has been placed on hard drugs like crack, a form of cocaine. But what many of us tend to overlook is the growing problem with alcoholism across the country. Alcohol is a drug, but as KAMC's Chip May explains, it's not perceived as a major enemy in this war on drugs campaign.
With the publicity to reduce drug abuse generated by President Reagan and other public officials, it is important to remember that alcohol is still one of the drugs most widely abused by adolescents. A Lubbock therapist for adolescent alcohol and drug abuse says alcohol is socially accepted because it is glamorized by the public.
Alcohol is not viewed as a dangerous drug because it's very socially accepted. So a lot of the kids who would shy away from drug use, harder drug use or other drug use, don't find alcohol as threatening to them. They see it as socially acceptable.
Harris said when a teenager becomes dependent on alcohol, it can cause his world to come crashing down. A recent survey by a Dallas newspaper indicated that of 1,700 teenagers interviewed, 82% have consumed alcohol, while only 39% have used other drugs. What problems do teenagers face when they abuse alcohol or drugs?
Alcohol abuse for adolescents can be very, very detrimental physiologically and emotionally, socially. It can really sneak up on you. Kids get sick before they realize they're really getting sick. It's real easy to become dependent, chemically dependent for adolescents. It doesn't take very long.
A 22-year-old Texas Tech student says it was easy for teenagers to get alcohol when she was a student at Lubbock High School.
I think that it was probably more prevalent than drug use because it was easily that people could get it, and that's usually that's all we did, is go out and drink. I did dabble in drugs a bit, but it wasn't near as extensive as alcohol.
The Tech student says if a teenager wants alcohol bad enough, he will find a way to get it. Chip May, Action News.
Tomorrow night at 10, Chip tells us how alcohol abusers can get help.